Hi everyone, Nubkeks here, and in today's video I want to walk you through the opening rotation for Samurai in Endwalker. Spoiler-free video as well, but this is your full level 90 opening rotation, maximizing that burst damage into those raid buff windows at the start of any particular pull that you're doing, right? So what I'm going to do, I will walk you through this in slow speed, talking you through why we're doing everything, and then I'll show it to you at full speed as well, so you can see what it actually looks like. There's a couple of like really tightly overlapped OGCD windows within it at full speed that's actually quite hard to see, so I think running through it at slower speed might be helpful. It is the first time I've done a video like this, so, you know, let me know. Let me know if you like it, let me know if you want to see more, or if you got feedback, things you'd like to see done differently, let me know as well. So, the couple of big changes that we have to really work around here with Samurai and Endwalker that completely change your opener. I mean, the big one, it has to be said, is double charge the Meikyo Shisui, but even more importantly, Meikyo Shisui, whenever you cast Kasha or Gecko, they now give you their respective buffs, right? So Kasha will give you the now known as Fuka buff, your skill speed buff, and Gecko gives you the Fugetsu buff, which is your damage done buff. So this actually massively speeds up our rotation, and in fact, our first Iatsu here, I don't even know how to say this stuff right. Iajutsu probably. We're actually, instead of doing Higanbana first, we're actually going to go in with a Madare as our first one, double it up then with our first charge of Tsubame Geishi. Then after that, we'll drop in our Higanbana during raid buffs to snapshot those, and then go into our new level 90 skill Ogi Namakiri. So let me break it down step by step. Let's break it down step by step, shall we? So, before the pull, you can pop Sprint, so you can get to the boss sooner. You can actually pop your Meikyo Shisui about 5 seconds before the pull. You'll get through all of the stacks without them expiring if it's, 5 seconds or less before the pull, so that's totally okay. And then you can pre-pop True North as well, just so, because we're going in with Gecko first and then Kasha afterwards, it's a rear attack and a flank attack. It's kind of hard against some bosses to get in position for that, so having True North running can make it helpful. So again, in theory, you could be popping this stuff and going in, and it'll just make it a bit easier. Then what we're going to be doing, again, we're just going to build up our 3 Sen, going Gecko to Kasha to get our 2 buffs, finishing with Yukikaze into our first Madare. And the OGCDs we want to use here are the most important ones, the sort of the longer term impact. We want to be popping Ishikoten to get our Kenki and be ready for Ogi Namakiri, the new ability. We want to be popping our potion, optionally. Pop your potion after your second GCD to get that up. And then we're going to Kaiten into our Madare, and then pop our Hisatsu Seine, our big 2-minute OGCD smack with that Kenki we got from Ishikoten. We're going to smack that through after the Madare. So let me show you this first part. So we're going to open up with our Meikyo Shisui. We're going to start into this with Ishikoten. Then we're going to Kasha, drink an optional potion. Finish it off with a Yukikaze. Then we're going to Kaiten our Madare, and then smack Seine as an OGCD. Follow that OGCD very quickly with Keishi, Zetsugeka. Lovely. Now we're into part 2. We're going to pop Meikyo Shisui. We're going to pop Gecko. Then we're going to Kaiten our Higanbana. Then we're going to Kaiten our new ability, Ogi Namakiri. That needs to be Kaitened as well. So Kaiten Ogi Namakiri. OGCD Shoha off of that, and follow up then with your Keishi Namakiri. Alright, and then, well, Meikyo Shisui just expired, but the idea would be then we just fire off our Gecko, our Kasha, with the last 2 stacks of Meikyo Shisui, and then do a Hikaze, and to Yukikaze, drop in a Shinten, and then Kaiten up our final Madare with our second one. Now, it expired because I was going through it too slowly. Let me show you the full speed video so you can see exactly what I mean and what this thing actually looks like. Let me grab this. Hang on. Here we go. Beautiful. All right. Grab this. And here we are. Now, it was unfortunately nighttime when I was recording this. I've had to do a few takes. It's actually quite difficult to talk through this stuff, hopefully clearly, without, I didn't want to waste potions or anything either, which made it a little bit scary. But let's go. So we're going into this. And again, we're going to be pre-popping Sprint, pop our Meikyo Shisui, and then True North. And we're going to go in, again, Gecko first with our Ishikoten, into our Kasha optional potion, finishing off our Sen, and here we go. Madare into Seine, into double Madare, very quick right there, popping then our next Meikyo. And we're Kaitening up our Higanbana, then Kaiten in our Namakiri into Shoha, into our next Namakiri, really fast overlap right there. And then we're going to finish off the combos. There's the Shinten as well as an OGCD. then Yukikaze, into another Kaiten Madare, and then our double Madare, and done. Let's run you through one more time so we can see that. Let me turn the speed down slightly slower, 10% slower, so we can see it a little bit easier. So again, opening up with that, Kasha, with our Ishikoten, really important to get that going fast. Optional potion. Going into our first Madare with Seine, overlap into our double Madare, very quick. Then next Meikyo, Keishi up your Higanbana. Then Keishi up Namakiri, Namakiri Shoha, Namakiri part 2. And there you go. So there's I feel like there's 2 stressful parts to this, where you're trying to get, Madare, Seine, double Madare. That's, quite a lot. And then trying to get your Ogi Namakiri, Shoha, double Ogi Namakiri. That's the stuff that, it happens, it comes in quick. I should have recorded this during the day. It's so much nicer looking. It's so much nicer looking. Hang on. If I turn the volume back on. But yeah, that gives you the rough idea for what you want to do. The idea with this is that we're essentially trying to snapshot our Higanbana dot, get our big Ogi Namakiri hits, our Seine, our Madare, and our double Madare. We're trying to get as much of that as possible into raid buffs and have it just sync up nicely as we come back around to that window every 2 minutes as well. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, and it works really well. Let me know if you have a different opener or how you've been finding it. Of course, if you're playing more casually and you don't have an opening cooldown countdown, that's totally fine. Of course, just go straight into it with your Meikyo and just start doing as best as you can. You might miss your first positional, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, that's roughly, I think, the way to do it to maximize it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.